and you are an inspiration. You're an inspiration in the laser world, but we're going to start back at the beginning because you were an inspiration. I'm sure you were an inspiration when you were born, but you were an inspiration in another world. How did you get into business? Let's start there. Were you always going to be a business person?
Yes. So how did I get into business? I think I've been in business probably about between 25 and 30 years. And I actually am a registered dental hygienist. I still have the teeth to prove it. That's was my career, what my college degree is in. I was then a stay-at-home mom, best job ever. Okay, now that's not really a business because you don't get paid, but you get a lot of appreciation if you have a good family. So during that time, sometimes being a stay-at-home mom, you can kind of lose who you were before. And so I started crafting. Wanted to sew. And I had no skills in sewing. My mom would sew, but we knew to stay away from her because we'd hear words that weren't supposed to be repeated outside of her bedroom door. So I just got this idea that I wanted to make something. And I had gone through cross stitch and, painting with puff foam, all those things through high school and college. And then when I got married, I decided I'm buying a sewing machine. So this is kind of a quick, funny story, but I was working as a dental hygienist, and there was a lady who was much older than me. She's probably my age now, and she quilted and she made beautiful things. And I came in one day, okay, and I had been crafting on the weekend. I had hot pink scrub pants on, hot pink t-shirt. Do you remember when Ben and Jerry's came out and like the Holstein cows was so popular? Well, they had fabric like that, and I cut it out, and I didn't know anything about sewing. I didn't know there was fusible appliques. So I glued it on a t-shirt with glue around the edges. And I thought to myself, that needs a little something as the glue's drying. So I sprinkled glitter on it. I was so proud of myself, Robin. I walked into the staff meeting, trying to be real subtle. And the lady says, "Oh, you've been crafting." And that was it. And I thought, I didn't even pick up on the fact that I probably shouldn't wear the cow shirt to work. But that's what really started me thinking I need to go to that next level. So she said, "If you buy a machine, I'll teach you how to sew." And she did. And I bought my first machine at Sam's Wholesale Club, remember not knowing that that probably wasn't a great machine, but it was a good starter machine. And that really got me in the mode for creating. So I started taking sewing classes at a local independent store, and a famous lady came to do a class. I took off work and I sat there just drooling, thinking she's amazing. She knows all this stuff. I want to be like her. And I remember asking the store owner, "How do you get to do this for a living? It seems like such a great job." And she said, "Well, you just really get good at something and you do it." And so that kind of led me to going, you could, at the time, I could become a licensed Martha Pullen sewing instructor. So I paid a lot of money. I got certified and licensed. And then I started teaching in local stores.